What's up, y'all? We back with another one, and today we'll be talking about how basically with Drake making history as number one, two, and three on the Billboard with Iceman, Habitat, and Made to Honor, how it don't mean nothing. Like even though if y'all seen my past videos about how I broke down this whole beef, then it was kind of controversial to the people who seen it, and this I'm like I said I'm on neither side because they both basically in the same circle as far as the agenda. And y'all know what the agenda is at this point, man. It's just to control the masses at any given shape or form or way. You know what I'm saying? If you got the influence, that's what they want to promote. So with him having these album sales, I'm gonna show y'all how it really don't mean nothing because Kendrick Lamar still beat Drake in the whole beef. And maybe he thinks just because he reunited with Future and got uh, and made the "Ran to Atlanta" song, which was crazy because Kendrick Lamar said he ran to Atlanta, which he ran just called it. You should have called it. He ran back to Atlanta because he did. And Iceman with 463,000 units sold in the first week. I mean, whatever. And Made to Honor 114, and then no, that's Habitat and Made to Honor launched with 114 and 110,000 units respectively. So like I said, man, this really don't mean nothing for Drake, man, because he had to come out with three albums to beat Kendrick Lamar's one album. That was basically everybody gonna say that, right? Because that's what he did. So Kendrick Lamar's surprise album GNX said it sold 319,000. So Drake beat him. All right, cool. That's what he wanted. But it still seemed like, like that alone, the single for Drake had to drop three albums. Like that alone had 1 billion streams, officially surpassed 1 billion streams. This was the song that started it all. For all the dogs getting buried, that's a K with a 9. He go see Pet Cemetery. That was the famous shot right there. Future knew that was going to tick him off, but he, like I said before, he said that he knew nothing about the beef, right? Which is a flat out lie. He knew what was going on because Metro had a problem with him. So, and then Not Like Us already surpassed 3 billion streams. So he already surpassed Drake already. Just so Drake still got some catching up to do with the streaming numbers. And the track generated over 1.9 billion streams. It's just crazy. This sets as the first diss track to cross 1 billion streams, doing so in just 249 days. So he said the historical surpassed Tupac's Hit 'Em Up, became the most streamed hip hop diss in track history. Man, it's crazy. Not Like Us, man. And then Drake, this is the killer part. This is what you got to come back with. As big as you are, you still haven't did what Kendrick did. Not only did Not Like Us surpass 3 billion streams, and like that surpassed 1 billion streams. So that's 4 billion in total, not including the album streams. I didn't even count that. So think like he not only did he do that, y'all. The man went and performed at Super Bowl. He performed at the Super Bowl with bell bottoms on, y'all. He performed your diss song at the Super Bowl with bell bottoms, bro. Kendrick Lamar halftime show, 133.5 million viewers. That, of course, that 33, which they said surpassed Michael Jackson's 1993 halftime show with 133.4 million viewers. So about 75% of the United States watched it. So they could have been people from out of the country also, but at the same time, you let Kendrick beat you by performing this song at the Super Bowl with some bell bottoms. So Drake, you got to come harder than that. And it's facts because Kendrick was wearing the women's Marco flared surf jeans from Celine. Light wash denim jeans retailed about 1,300, quickly sold out following his performance. Oh man, they were initially pulled for actor Timothy Camelot, but ended up on the rapper's hips for halftime show. So niggas wearing women jeans to the Super Bowl to diss Drake, bro. And Drake, you was wearing Borettes in your head. So and you still ain't get it, like Lil Yachty. It's crazy. And then you running around with her. and she got a local rapper on her ass. You know what I'm saying? Just saying he gonna have a Rico ready for them. And I got an update on that too, but man, it's all kind of crazy, man. So Drake, even with you reuniting with Future and making that ran back to Atlanta, you still gotta come back harder than this, man. This ain't gonna get the numbers, the 4 billion streams that Kendrick just beat you in. Probably and Iceman's public budget for the fucking rollout of the album was the budget was estimated between 3 million and 3.7 million dollars, spanning citywide physical stunts, large scale visual installations, and cinematic live broadcasts. Dude, the ice installations was $1 million itself. Live stream productions over $1 million invested into the production. So, bro, you got to make a lot of money back for UMG for them to help you top Kendrick's project, because like culturally Kendrick got the game on lock, bro. Your time in the trap culture is over with, because this ain't gonna do it. Rantel, unless you come out with a bunch of projects with everybody from Atlanta again, that's just how it's gonna be. You got the trap sound because Kendrick never made no mixtape with any other rappers from Atlanta like Drake did. Drake did it with Future, and that's why they did it. And 21 Savage, which 21 Savage not from Atlanta for real. He from out the country, and he a goofball. He a clown. I don't even listen to the dude. When I first seen him, with the whole look of him, dude, and I don't go by off looks. But then again, this Kendrick Lamar first album only sold 5,000 copies, right? This was 2011, and Drake's first album, Thank Me Later, sold almost 500,000. That's because he had Birdman behind him also, but Kendrick Lamar had Dr. Dre. So, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Drake still didn't beat Kendrick Lamar when it come down to it, because he didn't hit those 4 billion to 5 billion streams, and didn't perform his diss at the halftime show. So, yeah, man.